Contact of aliens with Earthlings. There are various stories about space creatures in our universe, and the search for such creatures continues even today. A lot of imaginative films have also been released about this search for the future, in which it is usually shown that aliens always park space vehicles in the White House while entering the United States, as a result of which the curious American citizens have approached the government for detailed information about this, and the White House did not delay in responding. Cal Larson, who is associated with the White House's Research Agency for Science and Technology, says that the White House is also looking for space creatures, but so far it has been unsuccessful in this regard. He said that he could not get any evidence about life and space creatures other than the planet, and there is no fact that the American government has kept any information secret from the public in this regard. Some scientists, in collaboration with the American Space Research Organization, NASA, are engaged in efforts to discover the sound of inat and traces of a possible civilization. The Institute says that scientists and mathematicians believe that some planets may have had life on them millions of years ago, but considering the size and distance of the universe, this idea seems to be far from reality. Many attempts are being made to communicate with extraterrestrial beings and to send messages through space, taking advantage of today's advanced ecology. Space creature receives these messages. They may also send a message in response, and then a hope of communication between the two will light up. Scientists and experts have been sending signals into space intentionally or accidentally for the past several decades, and have been able to detect any signals given by aliens, trying to hear a possible signal or broadcast. But the question is, what if a signal sent by aliens is received on Earth? How have our scientists planned for what happened next? If any signal is sent by the aliens, that signal will be received by the whistle, the search for Esther Turtle Intelligence. SETI Chandrayaan Man is an organization of researchers spread across the world and hopes to have a future in the near future. Any signal from space will be received. SETI often faces shortage of funds and is often ridiculed around the world. The experts of this institution are all over the world. It is the experts of this institution keep an eye on the signals coming from the world's largest Red-U telescope and any unusual objects. SETI was started in 1959 by a man who only had one for a while, and today the Institute monitors possible signals sent by computers through space. But the question is, what will happen when these researchers receive signals from aliens? Some believe that the U.S. government will try to keep it a secret, while others say that if the signals sent by aliens, if received, there will be chaos in the world. American experts say that it is absolutely foolish to say that the government will try to hide it. Otherwise, people will go crazy. In addition, in the early 19th century, when it was said that there are water channels on Mars, chaos did not spread among people. But at that time, people around the world were forced to think that maybe space creatures exist somewhere and are not. If a computer warns of a signal, other space telescopes around the world will be consulted to confirm the signal, which can take up to a week. Meanwhile, the experts involved in the research, of course, you will definitely call your loved ones and tell them, as a similar message in 1997 proved that it is absolutely impossible to hide it. American expert Dr. Shooting says that he was looking at this signal and was waiting to hear what was officially said about it. In such a situation, no one bothered to call and inquire about this signal, and if anyone did, it was probably only the media. He says that currently there is no such plan as to who should be informed if a signal is received. Rather, it will be announced immediately to the public. A short signal may have been received in which I said, "Go, hello, Earthlings," or it could be a very complicated message. When SETI asked the United Nations office based in Vienna, Austria, what action should be taken when receiving a signal from a space creature, the response of this office was that we cannot say anything about it. The planning responsibility for this has currently been handed over to Paul Davis of Arizona State University in the United States, who says that he does not know what kind of signal is received, but it may take years or even decades to understand any such signal. Whistle researchers say that a response to the signal must be given, but no one agrees on what should be said in response. It is definitely agreed that while answering, we will have to take into account the likes and dislikes of aliens about whom we do not have information. But if there is one thing we and they have in common, it is mathematics and physics. On the other hand, an extraterrestrial civilization has been discovered in the Primorai region in the far east of Russia. This unusual sign was found by a resident of Artyom named Dmitry attached to a piece of mineral. Dmitry bought a clay truck in the summer. The coal was brought from the Caucasia region, which is located in southern Siberia and has the largest coal reserves in Russia. Dmitry says that he was going to fill a bucket of coal to put it in the stove. When he dropped the bucket, I saw something the size of a cigarette come out of a clay stone. According to Dmitry, he apparently thought it was a joke of the Siberian miners who put a piece of metal in the coal, but on closer inspection, it turned out that the piece of metal was part of the throat. After this revelation, Dmitry contacted the internationally renowned Russian UFO expert Valery Dovely, who lives in Valnogorsk, another city in the Primorai, and works to find evidence of extraterrestrials landing on our planet. Valery thought that it was some kind of machine, and it felt like something like the teeth of a saw. For further research, Valery sent the fragment to the Institute of Nuclear Physics in St. Petersburg, where scientists analyzed it and found that it was made of a metal alloy that contains 3% magnesium in addition to aluminum. The amount of carbon dioxide in this toothed object is 40 to 70%. Since aluminum has electrical and thermal properties, carbon dioxide cannot accumulate in it. This means that this igneous material has been in the Earth's crust for as long as the coal has existed in southern Siberia, about 300 million years AG. In other words, it can be said that this part must have been made by man, because 30 million years ago there were no humans on Earth, let alone dinosaurs. Valery made a piece of the top anyway, and tried to figure out where it could have been used. Apparently, it may have been used in a grinder, but its tooth ratio is quite different from the teeth of gears used in our industry. Valery suggests that this drug could be used in a machine developed by an extraterrestrial civilization. It is possible that some creature that came to our Earth has prepared it. They believe that other pieces related to this piece should also be found in the Caucasia found. What will be the future of our universe? Will there really come a day when we will be in contact with beings from another universe? What will this creature be like, and will our relations with it be friendly or hostile? Currently, these are all speculations that have been happening often in scientific circles, and such discussions will continue in the future. Let's take a look at the future too. You must tell us about it in the comments. In 2014, a man named Manboy Bashma recorded his statement. Bashma claimed that he worked as an aerospace engineer at Bello Area 51. In the statement itself, he said that he had worked at sites in Area 51 that included flying saucer and alien-related projects. He said that he was working on a very high-level spacecraft project. Due to his ISI position, he could come to any place in Area 51 without any restrictions. Bashma alleged that apart from scientists, the staff working there also included aliens, who were over 200 years old and traveled to Earth from their planet. Bashma said that the aliens were up to 5 feet tall, with long fingers and webbed feet. These aliens were much more intelligent and powerful than humans. Some people believe that Bashma's statement is false, while some believe it to be true. Our government has also denied that a man named Bushma worked at Area 51. The city of Roswell, New Mexico, made headlines when a flying saucer crashed there on July 2, 1947. It is said that the military recovered the body of an alien from the flying saucer. I have been informed by aliens many times. These documents also contain statements from several people who saw 3 flying saucers flying in the air at one place. Some people believe that experiments are being conducted on lunatics and aliens in secret bunkers under Area 51. People also say that in the experiments conducted there, scientists have succeeded in creating half-human and half-alien creatures. It is said that alien DNA was used in these experiments. Although no evidence of these experiments has been found, a scientist has released a photo of an alien, claiming that this photo was taken during alien experiments at Area 51. According to the scientist, this picture is from 1947. It is worth noting that the Roswell accident also happened in the same year. The original print was later sent to the laboratory. The test, which revealed the paper in the picture is from 1947, and that the alien in the picture is about 5 feet tall. Hello, friends. How did you like our story? You can give us your opinion in the comments and like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. May God bless you.